freedom isn't free.
We lost our way. We didn't know where to go. We didn't know what to do.
It's how they were taken. I mean, with your parents, you kind of expect your parents to go, but not the big, healthy kid that takes on the world.
On September 11, 2001, 13-year-old boy knew he wanted to serve.
September 11th was a time clock that started counting down our children's lives.
It's a loss only a Gold Star family can know. And with that loss comes the pain the Pentagon's latest casualty report brings as America's longest war has now come to an end. It tells us about 2,300 service members died during the war in Afghanistan. 4 of those service members were the sons of the Miami Valley families you're about to hear from. Earlier this week, these 7 moms and dads shared their perspective in front of a 9/11 exhibit at the National Museum of the United States Air Force. In their own words, here are the stories they hope you will never forget.
Our son was noted for playing pranks. He was noted for his incredible smile.
The way he lived life, full out, happy, getting people together.
You either loved him or you wanted to choke him. And sometimes in the very same conversation. He was a trip. He was a trip.
Wesley was a great kid, just funny, outgoing, good to be around. When 9/11 happened, Wesley was about 14. He came out and he said, "Dad," he goes, "can I get a fake ID and join the Army?"
But on 9/11, on the day that happened and the towers fell and we were standing there as a family talking, our son made a decision that he wanted to serve his country. And he was killed June 3rd of 2011. And he was shot by a sniper. I guess if there's anything good, he died instantly. He didn't suffer.
James had several broken bones, one of which pierced his heart, 4-inch piercing. So it was very quick. And we're thankful for that.
They'd only been there less than a month. He was standing on top of an IED. And that, when it detonated, it started a firefight.
So John jumped up on top of the current and was firing down with his rifle at the guys trying to climb up. And they blew the pickup. And a little piece of shrapnel went in. It was all over. One little mark on his head, and that was it.
It's the worst thing that I could think of that could happen to a person. I wouldn't wish it on my enemy. It's terrible. Their life changes forever.
As Paul said, it was one of the most challenging and difficult periods in our life.
With Wes, I never expected it. Each time he went, you don't think about it, he's going to come back. And then they don't.
"13 kids. I mean, jeez.
That triggered every emotion that we went through on the day that our sons were killed.
The latest thing that happened, did it rip open a scar? Or no, it was open already.
The first thing we did is we put our flag at half-staff. We didn't need to be told.
And what a nice optic it is to say the war is over. But this is what I say. The war's not over. We don't get to say it's over. If we had defeated the enemy and if the enemy was gone, then the war would be over.
What is it like after your unimaginable losses in Afghanistan to have people now questioning, was the war worth it?
Was it worth it? I don't know. The other question they asked is, was your son's death in vain? No, our son's death and none of our son's death was in vain. And so after 20 years, we haven't had any major issue and terrorist attack on our soil. And so I'm going to sit here and say, maybe it was worth it. Maybe it was.
Wesley was an infantryman. He volunteered to be an infantryman at the time of war. That's a special kind of crazy. But he would rather have gone there and fight than have to fight here.
I can tell you right now, if you ask John that question, he'd look at you and go, above my pay grade, pal, I do what I do.
End result, my son said, we're doing the right thing. We need to be here. And I'll take his word over any politician.
Does the end of the war bring any kind of comfort to any one of you?
No.
Regardless of the outcome, victory or failure, our kids are not here. So it doesn't matter, really, because they are not here. But also we want everybody to know that our kids gave their lives for this country, and they loved United States of America.
Yeah, they did.
September 11 had a lot to do with many of our kids. So they fought for you and me.
We want to talk about our sons. We're proud of our sons. We're proud of what they did.